Welcome to Gen Login Automation Academy. The first lesson is about basic understandings of automation. Let's open Automation menu. Here we have 4 tabs: My Script, My Task, Editor, and Market. The first tab you need to know is Editor. This is where you draw your script. Next is My Script. You can see all scripts you created or download from the market. Gen Login also allows you to import or export script. Next is My Task. So Task will run your script on a list of profiles that you selected. I will talk about My Task later in this video. Next, Gen Login Marketplace. You can download script from Gen Login Creator here. There are many categories, for example, e-commerce, AirDrop, Google, Instagram, and so on. Now let's get into the most important thing of this lesson, which is Editor, where you draw your script. Let's open Setting. Click Enable Debug Mode and Tracking Node when running. Remember to save these settings. This box shows the profile you want to run the script, and empty Chrome means that you run on a whole new profile. That's why the name is empty Chrome. Next, Sandbox feature. All of your settings will not affect the profile data. This is Start button, so if you click that, it will run the automation. Next is Save Script. This is Save As. You can save your script in a place in your computer. Next is Show Logs window. The log window displays all information about the automation, so that you can know more detail about your script. How script works. First, it runs from this Start button. Next, Variable button. This button contains all the variables in this script. Profile ID and profile name are already included. To draw a script, you need buttons. Here are 5 groups of buttons that you need to know. First is Navigation, Mouse, Keyboard, Data, and Other. Buttons in Navigation group are very easy to understand, and you can know how to use it in 1 minute. For example, I would like to open some tabs. Simply drag this New Tab button into the drawing board. I want to open 3 new tabs, so I drag 3 buttons, and then I connect it all together. And click this button to start automation. Oh, that was too fast. You can see detailed information in Debugger window and Log window. In Gen Login version 2, you can set sleep time for each button. For example, I would like the automation pause for 1 second before run each button. Let's start the automation again to see the difference. As you can see, there is a second between each action. The automation runs as we expected. Let's have a look at all buttons in Gen Login automation. The next group is Mouse. Click button is the most important in this group. Next we have Keyboard group button. Everything is going to be a little bit harder from this point. We have Data group button, and there are so many buttons in this group. Lastly, we have Other group buttons. There will be videos about these buttons later. That's all about basic understanding of automation in Gen Login. Automation runs from this Start button, and then follow the line to next button until the end. On the right side, each button has two dots, green dot and red dot. Green dot tells what to do if the automation at this button successful. In case of failure, the red dot will continue the automation. After finishing the script, you should save by clicking this button. I will name it Open 3 tabs and click Save. Let's move to My Task. So Task will run your script on the profile you selected. Click New tab, name it, and then choose your script. You can select a list of profiles or select a group. Next, Configuration tab. Profile thread is the number of profiles can be run at the same time. It depends on your computer. The more powerful your computer is, the more tabs GenLogin will open at the same time. You can also determine the screen size. So here I would like to make it 500 by 500. Repeat is a new feature in GenLogin version 2. You can determine how many cycles this script will run. Okay, that's all about the setting. Now let's run the task. The progress bar is shown in the top right corner of the screen. The log window below tells information about the task. You can see that two profiles are running at the same time, and that is the first cycle. Now, the automation will run the second cycle. Okay, now we just finished the task, and this is a log window of the whole task we just run. Next, let's get into extension menu. So there are two extensions you need to consider: Coordinate and Element Helper. These extensions are very helpful for the next lesson. That's the end of the first lesson. See you in next lesson.